Na na na, come on. Na na na, come on. Na 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 na, come on.
Now, I've been hearing a lot about cheap hair, and a lot of my friends have been talking about it and saying, oh, certain hair you don't buy is cheap, is this, is that, and a lot of the issues that you get when you don't spend a lot of money on buying hair. Frankly, I can't afford to spend $100 or $200 for hair every time I want to put some tracks in because I'm a natural girl under here, and I like the options of doing different styles. I like doing weaves and braids and extensions and wigs and anything that's protective of my natural hair when the weather's really bad, like hot or blistering cold. So to spend a lot of money on hair that, for one, I'm not going to keep in very long because I love my hair. I'm like missing my hair right now. This hair's been in for about 2 weeks, and a little bit over 2 weeks, and I'm missing my hair. And I know me, I love to cut hair. So once I put this stuff on my head, I'm in there with a razor and I'm going for it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money on hair that I know I'm going to want to cut and style and make it my own, because long flat hair is not really my thing. So I'm going to cut it up anyway. I bought this hair for about maybe $10 a pack, I think. Milky Way, regular Yaki Hair. It was about 8 inches when I got it, and then I just cut it up. It looked a little different than this. But I cut it and tapered it in the back because I just felt like it, and it started getting really hot out here in the district. So I'm I just personally feel like taking care of cheap hair is a little more than just treating it the way you would your own natural hair. I mean, if I lay on my hair and I have a twist out or something like that, and I've laid around in it, it's gonna get a little matted. It's gonna get a little tangly. I'm gonna have to run my fingers through it, or maybe take a light comb and brush and some conditioner. You would take care of your own hair, so why would you kind of let this go to shit? You know what I mean? So I washed it, conditioned it, I flat ironed it, I fried this hair all up because it's not mine, and I should have that freedom to do it. I understand buying a little bit of more expensive hair requires less maintenance. What about this hair? Okay. Shedding. Yes, the hair sheds. Your own hair sheds. It's kind of comes with the territory. Does it shed a whole lot? No, not so much, and I'll tell you why. Because when you go to, this is a sew-in. If you sew in tracks onto your hair, you don't want to sew through the tracks. Why? If you take a track of hair, just experiment with it. Take a track of hair, pull the needle through it a few times. You'll notice that strands of the hair on the weft will pull through the weft or get loosened up a little bit. So imagine after you've sewn through the weft a few times, it's on your head, and you start brushing through. All you're doing is taking that brush, and the bristles of that brush are pulling those loose strands out each time. And if you sewn through the weft on your entire head, that's a lot of strands that are just waiting to get pulled out. So sew around the weft in order to save it. Pretty basic, but not a lot of people realize that, because I guess we look at it like sewing a piece of fabric. You sew through it, but you want to sew around the weft, nice and tight, but not too tight to pull onto your head. But if you get a nice firm sew, then you'll get a nice smooth weft, and you won't worry about bumps and lumps and whatever, and it looking crazy when you straighten it, especially when it's long and it's not very thick. Like this is about 2.5 packs. I wanted it full. I wanted it thick. So I just went for it and just put about 2.5 packs in here. Maybe a little less than 2.5. Yes. it gets matted. You know, it's hot, sweaty, whatever. Especially in the summertime, you're laying on it, you're leaning on it. After a while, it gets a little. You know, you want to kind of go through it. Is it a big issue? Not really. It's not outrageous. You don't have like a bird's nest sitting on the back of your head of matted hair. Like the same way you would get up in the morning and unwrap your hair and comb it out is what you do with this hair. You'll be surprised that with this hair in particular, I realized taking a little spray bottle to it, just a little spritz, just water, just regular water, nothing else in it, would it really revive this hair more than you think. Like, oh, water? Just a little water? Yeah, hell yeah. Just spray it, get a little misty spray, and just run your fingers through it. Then take a flat brush or a wig brush, and just go through it, brush it out, let it dry. I air dried it mostly. Didn't really blow dry the hair, but I let it air dry for a little while, and then brushed through it, styled it, and it was just like fresh and back to sort of almost new. Just water. And then I put some conditioner in it because it's hair, it's touching my face and skin, and it needs to be soft. So I wanted it to be, the same kind of treatment I would any other hair. Do I wrap this hair? No. Hell no. It's not mine. I bought it. I'm not going to sit there and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You want to take care of the hair while you have it. But if I wanted to wrap my hair, I would have just did a roller wrap set or something like that. I'm not going to go through all that trouble with this hair. I go sleep, gone, sleepy, done, wake up in the morning and just go to work on it or whatever I want to do. But we tend to have these standards about what's good hair and what's not, even on our own natural head. If you take care of it, it's good hair. So, but I'm going to end up taking this out pretty soon and doing my normal natural treatments to my hair. That's probably the longest that I've ever wore a weave. I just started back wearing weaves and trying it out, doing it myself. For the most part, I wear braids or I wear my natural hair. I'm a wash and go girl. My hair is naturally curly, but you'll probably get to see that soon. And like I said, just have fun. My thing is, it's just hair.